Good morning. This week has been actually very revealing if you're worried about climate change, because there was this hack at the East Anglia University in England, which meant that there was a release of a number of documents. I got 1073 emails and a number of other PDFs and software programs, and that came in the media. And really, if you're worried about a new world order and a one world government, you should worry about this, because almost every media outlet, not only the mainstream media, which is Fox News and CBS and all those kind of channels, Huffington Post, but also all the more or less contrarian media channels like Alex Jones, Mish, economical channels, all parroted the same meme, the same idea, which is that that was manipulation and hiding of facts and all that stuff going on regarding climate change and the climate science, which is not proven by any of the documents. What you see in the documents, if you take a look at them, and there are several sites. I wouldn't go to the East Anglia email site, which is clearly a anti-climate change action site. Because you have a big chance that the emails there are having been tampered with, which is very easy because they're plain text files. But if you read them, you see a process of trying to get the facts right, trying to weed out what data to use and what not to use, try to correct errors in measurements, because some of these climate measurements are from logs from ships that have been sailing in the 1800s, and others are from measurements in let's say Uzbekistan or some kind of far distant country where the people that measured the temperatures might not have been that professional, and there's all different kinds of measurements from different countries with different standards. That's one aspect of it. The other aspect is, of course, that you have contrarians. You have people that are paid by the oil lobbies and by the let's say the industry to counter any climate action and to discredit any climate action. And you can recognize them. One of them is Mr. Ball. He's a physicist. He's a former climate scientist, and he rails against peer review science. He says, yeah, that's 20 years ago they started introducing peer review science. Peer review means that somebody else checks your work, and if they don't like it, they say so, or if they don't agree with something, then they say so. Which is the best method to weed out people that are, let's say, single-handedly trying to push a point. So that's what happens in science, because you don't want to have the facts wrong. You want to have the least doubted facts to be the ones that guide you. So you are very critical on other people, and critical doesn't mean that you, let's say, try to break them down. You basically look at their science and say, okay, how did you make these measurements, and are there other influences, and did you use the right statistical methods, and etc., etc., and are there other factors that should be important? That's peer review. That's the way science works. It's the essential element of it. If you rally against that, you're against science. You're against getting the facts right, which is pretty clear from the accusations that these people make. But it's really sad, I think, to have people like Alex Jones, economical commenters, Mish, Denninger. I guess Carl Denninger is one of those economical analysts, also has an opinion on it. And if I go in the train in Holland, you get free newspapers, and you can read there that even the Dutch press agency says that the text is something like emails have been hacked. Apparently, from that, it is proven that there's some manipulation of temperature data going on, and that's then still apparently in one of our national newspapers, the Telegraph it's called. It's simply stated that from those emails it is clear that there's manipulation going on, but there is not. Well, with those documents, there's also this document, which I link to next to this video, and it shows per country the temperature history of from 1900 till 2009. And you can see a little bit, maybe, or you can't. I hope you can. So it reads from this side to that, and then it's four 4 3-month periods each year. So you have March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So for each 3-month period there's one of these graphs, and then over the last 100 years. And you can see in almost every country the graph is going up quite dramatically. I guess that Ecuador is one of the countries where it's not. But everywhere else around the world, the measurements, simple temperature measurements around the world, show that there's a huge increase in temperature. So that's proof enough for me that something is going on. And then, yeah, if peer-reviewed science results in a conclusion, in a mutually supported conclusion by a large population of scientists, that it's carbon dioxide and that it's human emissions of carbon dioxide, then that's the end of the story. And everybody that's not on board with that is either a shill or a sheep. You see, you can be paid to spew the wrong opinion. You see, you can be religiously indoctrinated, or you can be indoctrinated just like that, you know, or you're just too stupid to understand the problem, and you parrot whatever your leader tells you. That's basically what's going on then. So everybody that's seen Alex Jones announce, because Alex Jones goes like, "Oh, it's a big miracle, it's terrible," and then he comes with nothing. But you hear the big disaster and terrible, and it's a scam and all that information you hear it, and that's emotional. So you responded to that, and you simply copying what he's doing, and you don't have a mind of your own. Basically, you don't have any intellectual curiosity that you need, just like Sarah Palin. Anyway, I hope this video is not getting too long. Check out the link next to this video. It shows the temperature graphs. They are historic temperature data. So you cannot really tamper with that too much, because it's really coming from thousands and thousands of people that cooperate together to get those temperatures, because each country has to hand over their temperature data, etc., etc. And it should scare the shit out of you, because it's going to be 6 degrees by the end of this century, which basically means that you cannot grow any food in most places.